This case represents a national disgrace, national shame. For someone who has committed such heinous crimes against children, even Philippines prison would be considered lenient. Such child abuse offenders should be sent to American prisons without exception. A Korean YouTuber who operated a so-called study center targeted impoverished Filipino children has been arrested by local police on charges of child sexual abuse, including impregnating a 14-year-old girl. On July 2, 2025, the Philippine government announced that a 55-year-old Korean man identified as Mr. Jang was arrested at his residence in Cagayan de Oro City on June 11th on charges of child abuse, child sexual exploitation, and human trafficking. According to local police, Mr. Jang had been operating as a Philippine study center YouTuber, publishing videos featuring minors. However, the reality was far from operating a study center for the poor. Mr. Jang had been cohabiting with a 14-year-old child, referring to as A, who recently gave birth to his child. Police confirmed that Mr. Jang is the father of the baby born to the girl. Mr. Jang had been publishing lists of donors who sponsored the children at his study center on his YouTube channel. In fact, this is not an isolated incident, and countless sexual exploitation study centers are likely operating at this very moment. This is where the Kopino phenomenon emerges. The problem arises when Korean men engage in sexual relationship with Filipino women and either unknowingly or knowingly leave the country or disappear after learning of pregnancies. Usually, these Korean men are in their 30s and 40s, while the women are mostly between their teens and 20s. And it has various patterns of abandonment. It includes men who father children but refuse to provide child support, fleeing the country. Cases where men learned of the woman's pregnancy and fled within just 3 days. Situations involving multiple partners or continued involvement in sex work during relationships. Cases where couples married and moved to Korea, but the inability to adapt led to unilateral decisions to return to the Philippines with the children. And typical men who abandon their responsibilities due to involvement with other women. Amidst of this chaos, there is one crucial legal avenue for Kopino children, and this they have to remember. They can file paternity recognition lawsuits against their Korean fathers and subsequently claim child support. In fact, they have all the right to claim the inheritance of the father. As a Korean, I'm really for Mr. Jang's heinous act against a 14-year-old girl and the other victims. I apologize instead to all Filipino citizens.